I'm live. Again, I'm live. I'm losing my voice. It's a little bit, got some stuff in my throat. I've had this cold since before I went to the UK, and I was there for 2 weeks. I'm taking some cold medicine here. This is PX cask, single cask, Kilchoman, bottled at around 56%, and it's delicious. And it's helping me to get over this thing that's stuck in my throat. Thankfully, the sinuses are clear and the nose isn't too bad. So I can nose whiskey, which is good. A very good thing. Now, I do not have set up the I should join this. There it is. I should join this. Set up the. There we are. There's the chat. Got 3 people watching, which is a good thing. And I should move the other thing over where it should be. Give me a second while I get organized. This seems to be getting easier on the phone and more difficult on the computer. Okay. If I move this down a little bit and I click on this, that'll put me up there. If I move this over there and bring this up here and move that over there, now I can see the top chat and I can see myself live as things are happening. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm just trying to get over jet lag. I got to go to work in about 7 hours. So the idea is to fall asleep. And there's Loch Ness saying, "Hey, Quig, happy Sunday afternoon." It's still morning here, but I got to go to work in about 7 hours. So I'm going to have my last dram and I'm going to go to bed. I'm just fighting the jet lag thing going on. Why I came on today was because this box came in the mail along with some bills, and it's got liquids in it that move around. There's Luke Stagg saying, "What do you do for work, Quig?" Excuse me. I drive a taxi at night. And my first night back to work after vacation happens tonight. So I'm just going to drink this last dram and go to bed and get myself rested. And what a nicely packaged box this is, too. This one comes from Burnaby, British Columbia. And I forget the username on YouTube, but the name on here says F. Henderson, so I'm guessing it's Fraser Henderson who was sending me. I wish I knew what his YouTube handle was, because I was having some problems with my email when I got home, and I can't remember all the names of everyone who has sent me comments. Comments are hard to. Oh, come on, open up. I'm getting there. This is taped up very nicely, very neatly. I envy people who can make nice-looking packages, because I can't. My packages look terrible. Oh, there's people here. Jason Fisk, hello, Andy. Welcome back. Always tougher coming this way. Yes, I think so. Whiskey Ace says, "Hi, Fruit Quig. Hope you're well." Yeah, I'm well, except for a little bit of a something in my throat and chest. I cough a little bit, and I'm back home and I'm dealing with jet lag. Oh, come on, open up. Wait, I think I got something happening here. This is not going to be the neatest job, and you know that there are reasons why I never became a surgeon, because I'm sloppy when it comes to opening things, and I'm even worse when it comes to closing them up again. This here is a, whoa, let's see now. Okay, there's a rag. Oh, and there's another rag that holds samples. Okay, there's tissue paper and rags. I can make use of these rags for washing dishes. This one's taped shut, but oh, it's taped shut all right. Come on. And we've also got DJ Beacon saying to Loch Ness, cheers on that early Sunday. Howdy at Whiskey Ace, says Loch Ness. Whiskey Ace says, hey fella at Loch Ness, how are you? Oh, so there's a lot of crosstalk going on. Get them out. New dram drinker. Hi Quig, sorry I missed you at the Birmingham Whiskey Club. Oh, what a night that was. That was super. Was looking forward to meeting you and Vin, but I had to work late. Crap. Oh. Here we go. Okay. Now, there's no label on it. It's just a sample. No label. So I'm curious what this is. It's just a label. Maybe the other one has a label on it. No, it's just a sample. No label. It did not leak. That is good. A C and a W. Oh, wait. Maybe there's something in here to explain what these are. Okay. Now you got me going. I got tissue papers on which I can blow my nose. I have rags, which can be used for washing dishes or something. Okay. And what they are is, my guess is as good as yours. There's no labeling. It just has my name and address on it. And it says that it comes from Fraser Henderson in Burnaby. And that is all. I'm going to have to check my email, what email I can get to find out what it is that these are. Okay, sent. Let's see now. This is the first time that, here we are, Fraser Henderson. I have misplaced your address. Please refresh my memory, and I will forward sample satisfactory containers with very specific labels. I didn't buy the 40-year-old when it was available. If I can, I will obtain remaining 4 Chronicles issues. They are released. Water of Windsor. I picked up a Hardy on a whim as their 25 discount used for BC LCB. The first eau de vie I immediately enjoyed on my initial taste. Will be looking at similar products. Yeah. Water of Windsor. Okay, I'm still not sure what these are. Okay. Let's go back and see if I can get some more information as to what these are. No. And that would be more from Fraser Henderson. Here we go, back through the email. Here we are, shipped. Okay. Looking forward to the package. Samples are heading your way. And this was October 26th. I'm making a sample now. Wait a minute. Okay. I don't know what these are. And this was back in November. Okay. Oh, here we are. And the writing is so small, I can't read it. Okay. Let's see. $17.92. He mentions. And $17.92. Old Forester. This is going to be hard to. Okay. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is note that these are from Fraser Henderson, and I will W and a C. Yep, W and C, and I don't know what those W's and C's are. Okay. Maybe if Fraser Henderson sees this, video, you can tell me what C and W stand for. C and W, and no. Okay. All right, let's get back to where we were. Get out of the email. And let's see what else happened here. Okay. Hi, Quig. Sorry I missed you at Birmingham. Okay. I don't know how many people are watching. No idea. 14. Okay, 14 people watching. That's all right. Need to secret decoder ring. Yes. Are you testing the samples? No, I don't have time right now. I need to go to bed. Microwave Hate Machine says, hi, Quiggy. Making like Sherlock with the big magnifying glass. Yeah, I need to be a sleuth to figure out what these are. Oh, what samples? Good evening from Belgium. Not too jet lagged, Quig. Yeah, I'm kind of messed up, but that's okay. 14 is better than 5. That's what happened when I went live on Instagram. $14 is better than 5. Okay, there's a lot of things I don't understand. I wonder if those are side effects of jet lag or what. But this smells good. These are great sample jars and great size samples. Well, it's going to be like blind tasting. It's going to be like blind tasting when I try these finally. Just thought I would open this up on camera. And Yeah. Well, it's been almost 2 days since I've been back. Oh God. And I am tired. It's just that I fall asleep and wake up at different times. Whiskey Wim says, sorry, Mitt. How many people you had watching? You have way more than I had when I went live. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Okay. Well, I see what you're saying. Let's see now. How many people you had watching? You had way more when I went live. Well, some people watch, and the more subscribers you have, I guess the more people would see you watching, would see you when you go live. And so that's what happens. What was it, 2 nights ago? I think I had, oh yeah, when I got home here, I had, I forget, I think the most I had was about 25 or so. Or when I did my last live, I forget when that was. The C and the W. Okay, microwave hate machine. Have you ever farted on live stream? Yes, of course. Is there any clue in the box as to what the samples are? No. Water of Windsor, maybe. And C, I don't know what the C is, but it's C on the bottom and C on the top. W on the top, W on the bottom. That's easy to figure out. There is no. Well, these used to be samples from Old Smoky. Okay, Old Smoky Moonshine. But within these rags that were in there, there's nothing. There's no writing on them. And these tissues have no writing on them. They were just used for packaging. So hopefully the sender of these samples will be able to tell me what they are, or I'll just do them blind, and then when the video goes up, I will be told what they are. Meanwhile, this PX single cask BC exclusive Kilchoman is tasting really good. You'll have to get the nose on them. That's right, Luke. I will. There's no clue. And I've checked his emails, and the writing is so small. He mentioned a 1792 somewhere. And let's see what's happening now. You'll have to, yeah, okay. This was going to be a short one anyway. I should be going to bed right now. I should be getting to sleep so I can go to work tonight. Yeah, just dropping in for a few moments while I... Great packaging. Too bad there's no information. Here we are. Jesse Regenauer says, hello, whiskey freaks. Just got the bottle of Shackleton blended malt scotch the other day. A strange but pleasant dram. It went from okay to great only 2 days after opening the bottle. Really? Well, I only got a sample of Shackleton a couple of years ago, I guess. And because it was only a small sample, I didn't get the chance to see it change after opening it. The small sample was in the glass and it was gone. I have seen Shackleton showing up many places. In fact, even here locally, before I went on my trip. And if it went to great in only 2 days, I will have to give it a try. Definitely will have to give it a try. Oh, excuse me. What else? Shackleton. Oh, there's Whiskey Wim saying, I suppose that is the wonder of blind tasting, not knowing what you have. It can really change your perception. Sometimes when you know what the whiskey is, you have some expectations. Yes, there's Chad Adams saying, howdy, Olin Quig. Hello, Chad Adams. Maybe that was the intention, to make them blind. Maybe. Good point, WW. Yes, it is a good point, and maybe it's a good thing, just that there's a C and a W, and we'll try them and see what we get. I've got a lot of samples now. Should I move these up to the front? Oh, getting tired. Should I move these up to the front of the list? I could. I could do anything I want, really. Yeah, I think I should. I will finish this dram and then I will go to bed. I will start reading a book. And while I read the book, front of the list says Luke Stagg. Yeah. Mystery needs solving. Whiskey Wims also agrees and says front of the list. Okay. Front of the list. The mystery drams of W and C. Oh, I know. WC. WC, which stands for Water Closet or Wayside Chapel, which are two of the same thing. Wayside Chapel is a euphemism for water closet, which is also a euphemism for toilet. Could be MNC. Oh, yeah, that is a possibility. Could be MNC. Yes. Somehow I get the feeling that it's a W. I don't know. M. Could be a M too. Yes, that is possible. And the plot thickens. Yes. Hopefully it doesn't taste like a toilet. And Chad Adams says, or shitter. Yes. The shitter. Could be. I don't know. We're having a lot of fun with this little thing right now. Could be the shitter. I'm losing viewers now. We're down to 11. I think that's that could be an indication that it's a good idea to go get off now before I make an entire fool of myself. Whiskey Wim says, I was trying to be a bit more polite with the word choice, but now I know what type of place this is. It's an informal place. It's a very informal place. We're not going to be pretentious and ridiculous here. We're not going to put on airs. We're not going to call something that it isn't. We're going to call a spade a shovel, damn it. Now we got 12 watching. Okay, maybe we're attracting people back. And Jesse is saying anything goes around here. Yes, just about anything. Yeah, like I said, it's an informal place. I sit here very often doing this kind of thing, and jet lag. Fuck jet lag. Nothing profane about shitter, no. And there's Richie. Richie Z is in, and I have even said the F bomb. So who cares? Whatever. This might be unsuitable for most audiences, and just in case you were wondering, who was it? Who asked the question? Somebody. Oh, it was Microwave Hate Machine. Yes. Just in case you were wondering, I just farted. Richie is saying, hey to DJ Beacon, Chad Adams, and hey, gents. Chad Adams says back, thumbs up to Richie. Very good. Yeah, what a trip that was. It's going to take me a long time to get over it. Excuse me. I just put my photographs on Facebook this morning from the trip. Of course, I haven't done anything with the video clips yet, but I will do something with the video clips eventually. Okay, what is here? This message is held for review. Anyone under 21 allowed to swear? Oh, I see. Held for review. I'll show it. Show to review. Okay. Anyone under 21 allowed to swear? Gosh, fucking damn it to hell. Anyways, yeah. But it was held for review. That was held for review. That I don't care. Whiskey Ace, Jason Fisk. Hey, gents. Not, says Jesse. Let's see. Hope you enjoyed Scotland. It has a lot to offer. Does it ever? What a lovely place. I just farted again. I had beans for breakfast. Whole can of beans. What are you pouring, Andy? Well, what I poured was what I poured was some Kilchoman single cask British Columbia exclusive Pedro Jimenez at cask strength. So it's like 56.3 alcohol by volume, something like that. And it's a sweet sherry aged, which would be the Pedro Jimenez, which is a sweet sherry. So it's got a Swedish thing to it. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful whiskey. Oh, I farted again. Wow. That's what I poured. It's a Kilchoman single cask. My foul mouth, yes, may need to wash it out with some good whiskey. That's a plan. That is a plan on a Sunday afternoon. And Whiskey Wim says, whiskey does not help hold the profanity back. It tends to amplify it for me. Chad Adams loves Kilchoman. DJ Beacon says, hey, Richie, cheers on Sunday. Cheers, DJ. Says Richie. Jesse is saying, my Infinity bottle now has 22 different single malt expressions. That should do the trick. Oh, nice. Yes. I opened up one of my Infinities last night. Or actually two of them. 22 different single malt expressions. Oh, that must be good. Nigel Slynn, just seen the collection you took back with you from your trip. That Moina Marsala looks amazing. Did you try first, oh, it's going to be months and months before I try that. My system is a little weird to some of you guys, but it's a first in, first out kind of system. That which I acquired earlier gets tasted sooner. That which I acquired more recently gets tasted after all the other stuff. So it's going to be months and months before I open those bottles. I did make one exception. Jason Whiskey Wise handed me half a sample. I think I might still have the little bottle here somewhere. I know I didn't throw it out. It's got to be around here somewhere. I know I did not throw it out. Anyway, what did I do with it? He gave me a tiny little sample bottle. It was about that tall and about that thin. And there was only half of it left. And it contained some 1954 50-something-year-old, or was it 60? It was old. It's a 1954 Glenfiddich, I think it was. What did I do with the little bottle? I know it's around here somewhere. I'm sure I put it in a prominent position where I would not forget about it. But I tasted it on the dock at Bunnahappen. And the video, I will put the video together eventually. I've got lots of video clips from my trip to put together, and you all are going to be bored of videos from Scotland. No, the Moynia Marcella is going to take a while. And DJ Beacon says to Jesse, hope 22 isn't just like blackjack. Jesse says, now, just where the bottle is at presently likely to change when I add some other malt in the near future. Oh, okay. Well, you're talking about the Infinity bottle. Oh my goodness. Infinity bottles are great. I've got about 10 of them. You know, there's one for different there's a Canadian, 2 Canadian ones. Well, 4 Canadian ones, because 2 of them are Canadian, but they have a little bit of Isla malt added to it, peated whiskey. And I've got like a Speyside, Irish, Highland, Islands, Isla. I got a bourbon and rye, and the 4 Canadians. And I think there's another 1 or 2 in there. Oh, there's a world whiskey one. That's the one with some Japanese and some French whiskey and some other things in there. It's going to take a while before that fills up. Jesse says, no, just where the bottle is presently. Okay. Jesse says, I'm not a card player anyway. There you go. Whiskey Wim says, I am debating on whether or not I should do an infinity bottle. Got some whiskeys that are almost dead and want to give them a rebirth. No time like the present. The way I do infinity bottles is when I open a bottle for the first time, that's when I taste it. That's when I make a video. And as soon as I've made that video of tasting it for the first time, whether it's good or bad or ugly or whatever, the second dram goes into an infinity bottle corresponding to the type of whiskey that it is. And then if the first dram from the neck pour didn't really do it for me, I will come back sometime later, maybe several months later, and I will try it again. And at that time, I will, let you know if it improved or not. So that way I get the benefit of seeing the bottle evolve, and you get an inkling of what I've seen when I do that. Have a bourbon infinity. It was full, but have been drinking from it. Well, the idea is once you pour a dram, you put some more bourbon in it. And Whiskey Wims is asking, is it good? Tis what you should be doing, says Jesse. It's delicious. There you go. Whiskey Wim says, that is a great idea, Quig. May start doing that with new bottles. Suppose the initial drams tend to be fuller tasting? Well, not always, because sometimes the whiskey improves after the bottle's been open. But I guess it would have a chance to improve as it marries with the other whiskeys that are in the Infinity bottle. Andy, do you have a Canadian Infinity bottle going? Yes, I have 2 Canadian Infinity bottles. I had to split my bottle in 2 because there were just so many. So now I'm so many Canadians going into them, Canadian whiskeys, that I couldn't drink them fast enough. So yeah, I have 2 Canadian Infinity bottles going. 4 if you count the ones that are bottom shelf Canadian whiskey with peated Islay malt, a little bit of peated Islay malt added. So yeah. Yeah, Canadian Infinity bottles are going good. Let's see now. The Canadian Infinity is actually quite tasty. But after this, Pedro Jimenez Sherry Kilchoman at 56 point something percent. Canadian whiskey Infinity would not necessarily, it wouldn't taste all that much, especially after this. Beautiful balance of the sweetness from the Pedro Jimenez and the peat. Wow. Food Quig, is that a Macallan box I see in the background? Which one? There's several. Which one? Over that way, up at the near the top, right there. I think that's a Macallan right there. That would be the edition 2, something like that. And there's a yellow one too, right on the top. There is a yellow one up there too, right up about somewhere. There's a yellow one up here. There's another Macallan right there. That would be an edition 3. Which other Macallans? Jesse says, I reckon I may need to start a Bourbon Infinity project. That's a good one too. I've got some weird odds and ends just begging to be combined. There you go. Oh yeah, the edition 3. That would be right about there. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to get edition 4 really soon. I know I'm going to. Whiskey Wim says, now this may seem stupid, but are they all empty? It has been giving me anxiety that they're all going to fall. Yes. All of those tubes and boxes are empty. The bottles are either on my bar, opened and being consumed, or if they have emptied already, I have taken them to the bottle depot, where for each bottle I get a dime. So, and you don't want a whole bunch of empty bottles sticking around. Those are empty. All those cans, tubes, and boxes are empty, and they are supported by leaning them against the wall and against each other. They don't fall down very often. Occasionally, I need to adjust them a little bit, but they seem to be standing alone. I went away for vacation for 2 weeks to the UK, and I came back, and they were exactly as I had left them. So things don't, they're pretty stable around here. Yes, there is a gap right there. There were two Klein-Leash cylinders or tubes, and I had to use those Klein-Leash tubes to put some Lot 40 cask strength Canadian rye whiskey in them to take to the UK. I met up with Whiskey Jason, who is also known as Whiskey aus der Sicht eines Amerikaners in Germany. And he got a bottle of 11-year-old Lot 40 cask strength, which was released in 2018. And another friend of mine, Welsh Toro, received the 12-year-old cask strength Lot 40, which was released in 2017. And that was also in a Klein-Leash tube because it was the right size. So I'm missing a couple there, and yeah, I'm missing a couple others that I used. I used a what do you call it? A box from Glenglassaugh Torfa to put the Weiser's Legacy in, which I gave to Vin PF of No Nonsense Whiskies. And the other two bottles I took, maybe I shouldn't. I should leave the surprise where there is a surprise coming up. If you watch some of the people that I'm subscribed to, yeah, there's a surprise coming up with what will end up in the UK. I should not, although maybe some of the information's been leaked out already, but there is a big surprise coming up. And it's not going to be on my channel, but it's going to be out there among the bigger channels than mine. Okay, where are we? Ha ha ha. So there's no anxiety. Those are all empty. Yes, exactly, Richie. Hoagie's here. Hoagie Bear says, and so he bravely returned to Quig another day. Welcome back, Quig. Thank you very much, Hoagie. It's good to be back home. You obviously do not have a cat, correct? I'm not allowed to have any pets in this particular apartment complex, which is fine. Here's Nigel Slynn saying, that's going to be a mare if you move house. I don't plan on moving house in a very long time, because if I did, my rent would be hiked up a lot higher. And I like to pay reasonable rent, so I'm not moving. I'm staying right here. I'm staying put. You know, my rent would just would cost me a lot more to live anywhere else now, because as it is right now, we are regulated to 3% a year rent increase. And if I was to move somewhere else, my rent would be 1.5 times immediately. So I'd rather pay 3% a year rather than 1.5 times my rent overnight. Yeah. Laughing out loud, says Richie. There's David Ridenauer or Ridenauer. Have you ever thought about just clearing that entire shelf with a good bear swipe? No, not really. Like that. And Richie's saying, hey, Hoagie. Hoagie's saying, hey, folks, at Food Quick, he says, how much was the brodeer? It's a good question. Let me see. I will tell you soonish. Look, fine. Monroe red. Lefroy. Okay, wait. Lefroy. Monroe red. Monroe red. Okay, that's lock fine. Before that is Diageo Scotland Lagavulin. No, that's not it. I know I have it. There's the one from Kilchoman. Haven. Whiskey West Coast. Lafroig Brodier right here. 105 pounds. So 105 pounds, you do the math, you do the conversion. That's what it cost, 105 pounds in Scotland. But of course, that's got the all the VAT and other taxes involved. Whiskey is not necessarily cheap in the UK, in Scotland, and in England. From what I understand, you pay less for it in Germany than they do in the country where they make it. So there are people telling me to go to Germany, and maybe I will someday. Like whiskey dominoes. Horrible, horrible tax. Indeed, we have horrible taxes here too. That's why it was good to go through Alberta, Calgary. That is true about the German thing, yeah. When I went through Calgary, I picked up an 18-year-old Auchentoshan and a 12-year-old Glengoyne, and they were a lot cheaper than anywhere else. Glad you got a sample of the Lefroy 10 cask strength as well. Not only a sample, I got a whole bottle. So you don't need to pop open the whole bottle right away. That's right, I don't need to. I will do the sample before, yes. Got lots of great samples of really amazing things here. At all, sometimes I am ashamed of our wide selection and prices. I wish you folks got the same prices. I wish so too, Hoagie. But no, unfortunately, it doesn't always go that way. There's Nigel saying, yeah, our whiskey group in the UK imports from Germany, Netherlands, as it's cheaper. There you go. That's mercantilism at its finest. The whiskey goes to the UK, that goes from the UK to Germany. And a club in the UK imports from Germany because it's cheaper to do so than to pay the taxes and buy it right at home. Kind of defeats the purpose of taxes from the government standpoint, I imagine. Well, over here we got stupid, ridiculous taxes, but we have Canadian whiskey, which is cheaper than whiskey from anywhere else. And yeah, I farted again in case you're wondering. Yeah, 15 people watching, and I'm falling asleep and gassy. And yeah, life could never be better. Could not be better. And Richie's saying, do you like single grain scotch? I'm sure I have some samples of it here in front of me, like right there beneath the screen. But I haven't tried much single grain scotch, although I have had grain whiskeys many times. Ugh. I think I may have even had some single grain scotch during my trip, but not much. Single grain, I've had a fair amount of grain whiskey here as well. And which ones did I have? Did I have some lowland grain of some kind? I forget. I was in a few bars drinking with friends, and we would just order things as the whim came along. But I can't say that I dislike single grain Scotch. Some of them have been good. And, just because something is blended with grain, it's malt blended with grain doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Single grain can be great. Here's Hoagie saying it, Nigel. Not meant to be this way. Gladly you have the distillery exclusives. Bottle your owns right at your doorsteps, so to speak. And many retail specials not available over here. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. It's availability. I bought whiskeys that I could not, when I was in the UK, that I could not get here, especially distillery exclusives, like the open distillery exclusive. I could never get that here. And the other one, the Moynia Marsala from Bunnahaven, I could never get that anywhere else except at the distillery, because it's a single cask, and that single cask is at the distillery. It might even be empty by now. Who knows? Willachans here. Back home and back in your seat. Hope you shift the jet lag soonest. Enjoyed your live visit vids very much. Sleep well when it comes. I got to sleep real soon because I got to work tonight. Work comes in about 6 hours. Yeah, I'm back home. Nigel saying to Hoagie, very true. We are spoiled for choice in most instances, unless it's Springbank. Springbank is a nightmare to pick up. Yeah. I saw some in Alberta at the airport. And Whiskey Wim says, one of the best whiskeys I ever had this year, Compass Box Hedonism, which is a blended grain. Yes, I have had that one too. It's good. And Richie still needs to try Compass Box. I had some before this. It was a Compass Box Flaming Heart. And after that, I went even more flaming and more strong with a, what did I have? I think it was also a Kilchoman, Loch Gorm. I had some Loch Gorm before this Pedro Jimenez. And before that, I had about 4 other blends. So I'm not feeling any pain, actually. I'm trying to get myself tired so I can go to sleep. Oh, wait a second. Yes, you do, says Whiskey Wims about Compass Box to Richie. Yes. Jason Whiskey Wise. Hey, Andy at Food Quig. Good evening, all. Well, it's still morning here, Jason, but good morning, Jason. Good morning. I got to get to sleep so I can go to work tonight. But I can hang on a few more minutes. We got Chad saying, drink what you like. I prefer single malt, but that's my palate. Why care what others think? Drink for your own enjoyment. Indeed. And I like a lot of things. I enjoy lots of whiskeys, different kinds and different varieties. What have we got here? Hey, Jason, says Richie. And Hoagie's saying to Nigel, or the rather great official Craigellachie 23, you got here sub 200 euros and is about 320 plus in the UK. I didn't even see that when I was in bars. I was asking for Craigellachie 17 and 23. I said, no, we only got the 13. So there you go. Whiskey Wims is saying, sup, Jason. And Jason Whiskey Wise says, hey, at Richie. Whiskey Wings. Hey, everyone. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. Yeah, very good so far. And Whiskey Ace says is clapping his hands. I think that's what the thing is. And Jason Whiskey Wise says, hey, Whiskey Wims. Everybody's saying hi to everybody, getting comfy and cozy together here. Dylan Northrup, love Compass Box. Just got here. What are you tasting now? I'm still nursing this particular little dram of PX Sherry matured, the Kilchoman at single cask, British Columbia exclusive cask strength. Oh, it's lovely. I'm just nursing a few drops. This is 56 point something percent, so I'm taking my time on it. But even though I take my time on it, it's making me feel no pain, so to speak, if you understand what I'm getting at. Okay. Whiskey Wims says, Sunday would be better if I wasn't at work. And Richie's saying, hedonism, I've had a few other compass boxes. Hyatt Richie says, Whiskey Ace. Oh, okay. Got 15 watching. Jason Whiskey West says, hey at Chad Adams. Hey Ace says, Richie. And Whiskey Ace says, all those compass boxes used to be on shelves but disappeared here. Oh, yeah, that's because they're so good. Yeah, we have a few disappearing too. And when I was on my trip, there was not one shop that had all of them. There were a lot missing from the entire range. There was 2 or 3 here and there, 2 or 3, and that's about it. That's because compass box is good, and it can be hard to find. It was a real bitch to find that Flaming Heart, but I finally found the 2015 Flaming Heart last year when I was going through Duncan, British Columbia. And it's all good. The only compass box that I didn't like was the Asila. I found it kind of weak and one-dimensional. There wasn't much going on there. But that's just me. Hoagie says, at Nigel Slynn, for your comfort, most special springers, and we're talking Springbank and Long Rows, are sold out over here very quickly too, but the 10, 12 cast strength and 18 are readily available. Okay, well, I picked up a 12, but I couldn't get the 12 cast strength at the airport in Calgary. 18, I didn't get that either. Ulican saying, agree on the Springbank, missed the 18 limited, but did manage to pick up a Long Row 18, which I'm about to pour after a 10. Ha, Whiskey Wims. Never a good thing, always getting in the way. Jason Whiskey Wise says the Long Row 18 is superb. Did we try that at Milroy's? I don't even know. Whiskey Wims says to Ulichan, I am reviewing the 18 Long Row 2018 next Friday. It is a brilliant dram and not that bad on the bank. Nigel saying to Hoagie would definitely go for a sub €200 Craigellachie 23. Regarding the special Springbank and Long Rows, that does comfort me. I missed out on the Long Row 11 Pinot Noir, and I'm still gutted. Okay. Dylan says, I have the LCBO exclusive Kilchoman single cask PX finish as well. It's delicious. Well, the LCBO is a probably different cask of the same thing as we get at the BC LCB, but it's if it's similar, it's spot on. Beautiful whiskey. Richie just subbed to Whiskey Wim's channel. I think I did that already. Did I do that? Hold on. I think I did. Okay. Back to where we are. Hoagie says, my next project is to buy Glengoyne 21 and mix it 50-50 with teapot dram to put some age into this otherwise splendid Glengoyne. Also, the resulting 51% should be just dandy. Well, it's an expensive experiment, but if it works out, hey, you're way ahead. Thanks, Richie. Hope you enjoy the content, says Whiskey Wims. And at Hoagie, that is an absolutely shit hot idea. There you go. I'll check out the vid soon, says Richie. Nigel says to Hoagie, I've literally just bought both the 21 and Teapot Dram. This sounds like a damn fine experiment. Okay, where are we now? Okay, I'm getting behind on the comments here. Those two awesome drams should be amazing together. Lillian saying it won't disappoint. Better without the water. And that's coming from the arch diluter. Got the 21 and may have to get the teapot now. I have samples, I think, of both. I've tried both, but never together, says Whiskey Wims. There's Welsh Toro. Hi, buddy. Checking in, everyone. Fantastic. Good to have you with us. Wonderful, wonderful that you could join us today. And Whiskey Ace says you're entitled to your opinion, and I think most here would. Okay. Hoagie saying, Nigel, go for it, but give it some days to properly marry to do it justice. Okay. And hey, Welshie says, Richie, Chad Adams saying, huge Springbank fanboy. Buy 3 bottles of each and every offering I can get my hands on and somehow only end up with one. Whiskey Wim says, hey to Welshie. Woohoo, just made it, says Catnap. Oh, yeah, Catnap made it. Have tons of questions as usual. Oh, no, here we go. I need to sleep today. Welsh says, Richie said, Whiskey Wims, cheers, guys. And Whiskey Wims is saying, Springbank is the future, love what they do. Okay. Catnap says, what is a good Irish whiskey you recommend? If you can get it, the Glendalough 13 Mizunara. lots of other great Irish whiskeys. Yellow Spot, I like Yellow Spot a lot. Green Spot, Chateau Leoville Barton. That's a Burgundy finish. Lovely stuff. Most Irish whiskey is great. You can always start with Jameson. And there are many expressions of Jameson as well, so it's all good stuff. Nigel says to Hoagie Bear, will do. I'll feedback when I do. Whiskey Wims, have you tried the new Kilkerran? It's an awesome one. If you're asking me, I was the first to review it. Pre-release. $5. Somebody sent me $5. And that was... I can't see who it was who sent me $5, but somebody sent me $5. Wait, there's a super chat. I'm behind. Okay. I am behind. I am so behind. Tried the new Kilkerran. Yes, I did. Nigel says, hi to Welsh. Catnap says, do you know why the Talisker Distillery Edition used to be matured 11 years? Now it's only 10? Do you think that compromised in quality? I thought it was always 10 years old, like the Talisker 10, but I don't know. You did sub at Food Quick. Thank you, Whiskey Wims. I thought I did. I just wanted to make sure because I've been kind of tired and jet lagged lately, and so I did see a couple of your reviews and I enjoyed watching them very much. Catnap is saying, I feel like Talisker DE would be the best I've ever had if I had, say, 5 ppm more smoke and 50% ABV. Imagine that. Probably would cost 40 more too, but would be worth it as much as the Lagavulin. Great. Okay, Whiskey Wims, been drinking and collecting Springbank since the early 90s. Holy crap, you must have quite a stash there, guy. Wells Toro says at Nigel Slynn, hi Nigel. Willikin says that Whiskey Wims subscribed. Oh my goodness, we're getting everybody to subscribe to Whiskey Wims. That's great. The guy deserves some more viewers. Catnap saying, how does the Lag DE compare to Talisker DE? Here there's more oomph in the Lagavulin, but I wonder how it's possible if there's less ABV. It must be higher quality of distillery character and maturation. Things vary. Um, Lagavulin Distillers Edition is 16 years old. It's the same age as the Lag 16, but it's been finished in sherry cask rather than just the regular Lagavulin. Which is more smoky between Talisker and Lag, and which is more fruity? Oh, wow. I think the Lag would be a little smokier and fruitier than the Talisker. Talisker has a tendency to be drier, I think. But I don't have the two in front of me, so that's a really hard question to answer. I'm surprised few people ever mention the multi-character in a DE. It's so powerful and unique. No other is like it. Each of us has a different palate, so it's we have different ways of tasting it. Okay. Now we're getting down to things. Surprised you. Okay. Nigel says to Welsh Toro, good to see you making some cameos on Quig's vlogs. Hoagie Bear says to Catnap G, no idea, but if I remember correctly, Diageo does slight variations on some DEs sometimes, e.g. Lagavulin. Mike Langson says, hey all. And Welsh Toro says, I used to mix the Benromach 10 and the Benromach 10 Imperial when I had both bottles. That sounds like a good idea. Hey, Catnap and Hoagie, says Mike. Whiskey Wim says, thanks a lot at Ulachin. Appreciate that. Okay. I'm getting to the super chat here. I'm getting there. I like Catnap's questions. Very inquisitive, that one. Yeah. Hard to answer sometimes, too. I sort of find myself scratching my head at times. If I was able to drink in the 90s. And Whiskey Wim says, I would have been buying Springbank. Okay. And Hoagie says that Chad Adams had a batch of newer 12 CS that had an unpleasant sulfury note, unfortunately. But I totally love the awesome 14 bourbon cask. It was Swami who gave me a $5 super chat. Sup, Quig. I'm trying to get to sleep now, but you guys are not giving me the time. What's happening is I'm just sort of jet lagged because I just got back Friday night, and now it's Sunday. It just turned to be the afternoon. I don't think I'm going to stay very long. 21 people watching, and you guys. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, Swami, but I'll see. I'll try and get to the end of these comments. You know how that usually works out. And DH Silva's here saying, hi all. Catnap saying, does the Talisker 10 have that same multi-character and sweetness of the distillery edition? Once again, I don't have the two in front of me. Hey, DH Sil says, Richie, Catnap, how would you rate Talisker 10, Ardbeg 10? All excellent. I love them all. There's Swami saying, welcome back home. Thank you. And he's saying to, hey, Richie. And okay, I'm only a few minutes behind. I like the yellow spot and the green spots. Yes, very much so. DH Silv says, how many gallons of box whiskey? You know, it's strange. I've never seen box whiskey on the shelf, but I brought about 8 liters of whiskey home, plus another 2 bottles that I bought in Alberta at the airport. Catnap says, I wonder how a mix of a sherry matured whiskey with the Talisker DE would taste. Maybe it could come close to the DE, not that I'd recommend. Well, Talisker is sherry finished as far as I know when it comes to the distillery edition, or just, yeah. Welshie says, hi, Swami, good to see you. And Swami says, what's up, Welshie? Have you tried the Lafroig Carchus Fina? No, I have not tried that one. They're hard to find. Carchus is hard to find. There was only one Carchus at the Lafroig distillery, and I didn't buy it because I wanted to have a whole bottle of the Cast Strength 10, so I bought the Cast Strength 10 instead. Been wondering about that bad boy, Carchus Fino. Okay. Can't get my hands on Lafroig Triple Wood anywhere, so I'm wondering. Lafroig Triple Wood is part of the core range, so it should be back. I couldn't get Triple Wood for about a year here for a while, and I was kind of wondering what happened to it. And somebody told me, hey, it's part of the core range. It'll be back. Don't worry. DH Silv collects Springbank in my belly. If this one might compare to Triple Wood since it's something fruity on account of the phenol maturation, maybe it's even better, but I better think quick before they're sold out. Grab one, see what you think about it. Bogey saying to Catnap, depends on the batch of the Talisker 10, but generally the DE is more refined and a bit tamed down peppery-wise. A matter of personal preference, really, both are pretty good. I think Hoagie's the guy to talk to. He knows. Oh my goodness. These comments are coming in fast. Okay. Chad says at Hoagie Bear, I've never had a SB I haven't liked, so Furic notes aren't off-putting to me. And we're talking Springbank. Swami is sub to Whiskey Whims. Okay, thanks for the sub at Malton in Montreal. Hope you enjoy the content. Whiskey Ace says, anybody out there fancy a new face in the whiskey world can check out my channel too. Whiskey Ace will do that. As soon as I get offline here. Lag 6, if I haven't already, I think I may have. Lag 16 is finished in share. Yes, it is, DH Silv. Chad Adams, Swami, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And those exclamation points are about 3 or 4 times the height of the text. Nigel says to Whiskey Wims, have I seen you recently posting on the Northeast Whiskey Society group? Hello, Chad, says Swami. DH Silv says, weird Whiskey Ace was flagged. Oh, really? Huh. I don't have that many videos and put them up sporadically, says Ace. What? Swami says, sup, DH? Hey, Swami, I get flagged? In the chat or on YouTube, I had to check a button to show your post. Whiskey Wim says to Nigel, you surely have, bud. Hoagie says to Chad, then the otherwise very good Deanston 20 Oloroso might be to your liking. Ooh, there you go. Whiskey Ace, weird. I don't spam. I need a Springbank 12 cast strength always and end up with something else. Yep, DH. I have the same problem. Have no interest in setting up Patreon or anything in the remote future. Take your time, Whiskey Ace. Take your time. It's a jungle. It's you not only that, it's like a tar pit or quicksand. You just get stuck in it. And Swami's got to run soon. Salut. See you later. Sipping Lag 12, 2017. Wonderful, Chad. I have the same, but I just brought that home. Whiskey Ace says, you flag me to Montreal, Malton in Montreal. Catnap says, I feel the worst part of JW Green is the Kraganmore in there. though that does give it a distinct character. I think if another fruity whiskey was used, it'd do something remarkably great. I like Cragganmore. Catnap says, I will stop with the questions for today because you're jet lagged. Thank you. Chad says, prefer the 18, but yes, I do at Hoagie Bear. Okay. Welsh says, loving the lot 40 cast strength. Cheers. Oh, there you go. That's good stuff. Whiskey Wim says at Catnap G, I may help Foodwig get to bed if you ask more. And Nigel says, Wim's thoughts. So are you based in NE? Missed a cracking G&M tasting last night. Made a suicide with 4 single cask Springbanks on Friday. I recommend it. Oh. Not sure if I offended anyone, says Whiskey Ace out there, but I'm just here to join in the conversation. Okay, no, I'm not offended anyway, if that matters. Oh. Okay. I think I need to get back to my old buddy Lagavulin 18 cast strength once more. Good idea, Hoagie. I wish I could join you. And Nigel Whiskey Wim says, unfortunately, I would have loved to have, but I am based in Scotland and am currently at work for 2 weeks. DH Silv says, Whiskey Ace, pretty sure it was automatic. No clue why. Don't think the latest Springbank 12 is as good as past incarnations. Okay. That's what Swelshy's saying. Whiskey Wims, Whiskey Ace, it's all good, bro. Lillican says, you did the right thing with the Lefroy 10 cast strength. That's like hen's teeth even where I am, and I closer than most. Yeah, I think I did all right. And DH Silv says to Welsh, a 95 instead of a 99 is still a 95. Whatever that means. Yeah, probably. DH Silv says, I guess marketing your channel is questionable. If you're talking about mine, you're right. Whiskey Wims says, shame. But to be fair, if you're based in Scotland, there are many more options up your way. It's all good, says Chad. There's plenty of new guys out here hungry. That's not even my angle. Okay. Whiskey Wim says, I have never been to a meetup. Need to get around to it. Oh, okay. Well, I wish that in the future we can have some whiskey tuber meetups or more whiskey tuber meetups. And I have yet to get down to California or Kansas or any places like that to meet up with people. Whiskey Wim says to Nigel, I've never been to meet up. Okay. Catnap. I've learned that if I eat anything spicy or too sweet or bitter or anything that burns my mouth, it'll compromise the way I taste whiskey, and it will become soured and lose its flavor and sweetness. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. DH Silv, watching live streams is becoming a full-time job. My liver can't take any more people doing this. I understand very well. Thanks at Whiskey Ace. And Donner passes here saying, hi, Quig, still on UK time. It's a little early for your usual live stream. Well, for me, it's late. I should have been to bed already. But the timing is so messed up. I'm just glad I can't bring whiskey out to work, says Whiskey Wims. Richie says, hey, Donner. And how many people do we have watching now? It does not say. Oh, 15. Okay. We reached a peak and now we're dropping off. That's good. I had to take a break for a few weeks, says Ace. I find when I have a slightly bitter blend, then go to a single malt, it taints the flavor and I don't enjoy it as much because of the bitterness from the grain. Some are bitter, some are not. Depends on which one. Yeah, do it. I'm relatively new to the group, but seems like a good bunch. You got it right, Nigel. Catnap says, I'm yet to try the famous grouse smoky black. I hear that one is special. Yes. Pineapple is the worst, says Hoagie to Catnap. I lost it again. I will get it. Okay, pineapple is the worst. Whiskey Wim says to Nigel, they are always accepting and very communicable. Okay. 100% agree, says Catnap to Hoagie. Great. Hope you sleep well. Thanks, Richie. Pineapple contains bromelain, so its acids kill the taste buds. Try eating nuts after pineapple. It's disgusting. Okay. Whiskey Wim's Catnap. Gee, kiwi doesn't help either. At YouTube, sorry, I said channel. Okay. Laughing out loud. Wim's, yes, true. Try my channel. Okay. Okay. Catnap G says acidic fruit is whiskey's enemy. What do you look for in whiskey flavor profile? Fruit, haha. Whiskey Wim's Catnap. I also enjoy the earthy flavor, but I doubt I would like eating dirt very much. Yeah, I think so too. So did you hear that you can't go live from a phone now if you don't have 1,000 subs? Yeah, that's a bug to a lot of tubers. Oh, crap. Whiskey Ace, wow, that's weird. Hoagie, all whiskey fair seasons about to start in my city, first in May, next in June. So if any of you are up to trip to Berlin, I'll gladly give you details. Oh, that looks so tempting, but I just spent all my money. Should be clean slate across the board if they're going to make a change like that. Yeah. Gotta go have a good night all. Curry has just been delivered and the missus is currently plating up and calling me. Way to go, Nigel. Enjoy the meal. See you around. DH still says maybe too many people live streaming. They're happy to fun time to small channels. Whiskey Wim says to Nigel, see you, dude. And Whiskey Ace, there's a lot more content than just whiskey reviews. Oh my goodness. The trouble is I never have time to watch anything. I'm just trying to catch up on whiskey videos now. My laptop's camera is any good, and I'll assume I'll let me use that. Isn't okay. Camera isn't any good. Okay. DH Silv says to me, what's the best dram you tried across the pond? Oh, Ardbeg Supernova committee release. Yeah, that was good. And expensive, but it was good. If you ever want to try to go live, we can try it, says Whiskey Ace to DH Silv. My face is too ugly for TV. Hoagie Bear says to DH Silv, let me answer for Quig, probably JW White Walker. Good one, Hoagie. Catnap says to Twims, lol, yes, dirt and all the weird flavor in whiskey only work in whiskey, but I wouldn't want to sit down to a plate full of creosote, for example. Creosote's lovely. Curry sounds good. I should so sneak in White Walker into the sample I gave to someone. It'll be like Rick rolling. No kidding, DH. Whiskey Ace, huh? Oh, man. Luckness says, wow, Quig, you're still on. My mom and dad dropped in and I had to leave the stream. No worries, Luckness. I'm about to, I really want to pull the plug here. Quig, how much do you drink a week on average? Lately, I've been averaging a bottle and a half. I think that's actually not so bad. Many benefits to whiskey, I've read. I don't know. I don't know how much exactly, but yeah, it's probably about right. Chad Adams at Loch Ness. Okay. Did you get a bottle of Ardbeg? No, not a bottle. I had one dram. I had a dram at a bar. They had a bottle of it at a bar. At a bar in, was it Birmingham or was it, no, it wasn't Birmingham. That bar was in Manchester and it was called the Whiskey Cup or something like that. I went there with Alan, the whiskey friend. And yeah, that was in Manchester. And wow, that was a good whiskey. Catnap G says, Ardbeg Ano. I haven't had Ano yet, but it's in the list. Quig is the marathon man, says Loch Ness. Whiskey Wim says, nipping in for a pee, don't end. Okay, well, you're probably back already. Yippers. Hoagie says to Food Quig, all right, gotta go. Have a great day, Quig. See you around. Later, Hoagie. Enjoy. Catnap says, my sister thinks whiskey tastes like gasoline. People just don't understand whiskey. A lot of them don't. Maybe your sister has the right idea. Maybe we're going the wrong way. I don't know. Pull the plug. You need your rest. Yes, I do. Not gasoline, apparently. Yeah, Quig, you need a good rest. Lillican says, Quig, bedtime, dude. You know you'll feel better for it. Ha ha ha, says Catnap. And Chad says, laughing out loud to Hoagie Bear. And I think you're right. I'm going to stop right about here now. I have a couple drops left of this stuff here. It's the PX single cask BC exclusive at Cask Strength. It was great to have you all with me tonight, or, well, this afternoon, early afternoon. I need to get some sleep. And that's all she wrote. Night, Quig. Yes, good night. Slanchava.